Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Fraser Park, Sorensen Field, Diamond 1. We got the 2025 Women's Open Club Championships here. We've got Brisbane Giants all the way from Australia taking on Kaiapoi, all the way from the other island in New Zealand, Christchurch. Just a game that has just kicked off. We just missed on the stream. A wonderful hit by lead-off hitter Britt Vonk for Kaiapoi. Stand-up triple for her, so she's at third base. Safe, none down here in the top of the first innings of what I assume is a vitally important game. We haven't been able to... There's the drop. Bunt has been dropped. It's a squeeze play. The run has scored at first base, so things happen so quickly. And Mackenzie Bailey McDowell it was who dropped that bunt. Perfectly executed. I'm Gary Rohe for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. After saying all that, joining me in commentary, and it's been a long time since we've seen each other, Uppy Leda Stone. Uppy, welcome along. It's lovely to see you.
Kia ora, Gazza. Thank you. Great to be here on a nice sunny day.
Number 32, Lindsay Thomas up to bat. We saw her batting for Kaiapoi in yesterday's game, and her first act of that game was to launch one over the centre field fence. So definitely capable of hitting the ball very hard with power. 1-0 to Kaiapoi right off the bat. Runner at 1. And we will catch up, I promise you, but a lot happens very fast.
It's been a cracker of a start to this game. Runners down.
Steelers on, she got around the tag. Second base, safe. Well, here we go. We get a second to have a quick breather. I might just quickly run you through the batting lineup for Kaiapoi. Britt Vonk, we just saw, she's already sitting back in the dugout having scored the first run. Nice pitch for a strike. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell out there at second. Lindsay Thomas batting now. Larissa McDowell followed by Mediana Markia, Caitlin Sill, Heaven Sampson Loffley, Al Spinners Valenos, and Anora Hesp is the batting lineup for Kaiapoi. Defensively out there as we see a high fly ball heading towards left field. It's taking forever to come down. The catch is made. So Lindsay Thomas becomes the first out. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell stays at second. Up to bat now, number 8, Narissa McDowell.
Must say, Gazza, this coach means business. It's very rare that you see a squeeze play in the first inning of the game.
Very rare it is, and we've seen that as a feature throughout the tournament, that the coaches have been willing to be very aggressive with their base running. Mike McDowell, the coach out there for Kaiapoi, definitely one of the ones in that mould. I'll quickly run you through the defensive lineup straight after this pitch. Fouled back, Shiloh Marlow. Out at right, Kiana Hinardi and Mania Hinardi complete the outfield for Brisbane Giants. Amaya Fox over at shortstop. Serene Letitia at third base. Second base, Jessica Rowe. Tony Ellis at first.
Fly ball, right field.
Nice execution out there. Looks like the ball did make it to the grass.
What she did is she just actually popped the ball up for the other girl to throw it because she couldn't get up.
So
in
made
time.
It to the grass on
that's
on
actually
the play.
Smart play.
The out is made. Coach from Brisbane just asking the question about the tag-up player. Did she leave early?
So that's Corey Matakatia, who's also a New Zealand Black Sox representative. He's played years of softball. From those that are familiar with him, he's really good at his craft.
Including quite a few years at my club, Porirua City United. Corey was there for a while. Right, can we do our defensive lineup? Shiloh Marlow, it was who took that catch. We got the outfield done with Kiana Hinardi, Mania Hinardi, Amaya Fox over at shortstop. Second base, Jessica Rowe. We got to Tony Ellis before that hit was made. And Bridie Nicole is doing the pitching to Sophie Lawrence behind the dish. Uppy, as I said before, wonderful to have you along. What have you been up to in the last couple of seasons since I saw you in the booth?
Oh, well, I have managed to qualify for the Evergreens. And I had my first season last year with the Counties Association, and very proud. We won that competition up in Kaiapoi. My first time up in Northland. Was beautiful.
Nice, well done. Good to see softball continuing to thrive in the smaller associations.
But I do get itchy feet all the time, Gazza, you know, when I'm watching the live streams.
Yes.
I always straight away go outside and start playing softball with my dogs.
Yeah, sometimes as a player or even myself, a former player, I know for
Change up.
Nice.
Sitting in the hole.
Well picked.
Runner scores.
Flies it into shallow centre field. Nice little Texas League hit. Scores the runner. 2-0 now. Kaiapoi doing all the damage early on. Narissa McDowell was safe at first base. Sorry, Mediana Marquia safe at first base. I missed a batter there, somewhere along the line. Bringing to bat number 5, Caitlin Sill.
Yeah, you're right. That was Mediana.
So 2 down it is.
The DP, Caitlin?
Yeah. Caitlin Sill's the DP in the lineup in there right now. Catch up, ladies and gentlemen. We do catch up eventually, but I was just about to say that once you stop playing regularly or at all, you do tend to be a tough spectator.
The runner was called leaving early by the second base umpire. That's 3 out. We side away.
Mediana Marquia heads back to the dugout. We'll be back with more action when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We've had the top of the first innings, all action for you. Kaiapoi, 2-0 over Brisbane Giants, who have yet to come out and have a bat. But there we go. A lot happens in a short time. There we go. Quickly, it will be Maya Foxover who leads off the hitting for Brisbane. Kiana Hanari comes in next. Jessica Road, followed by Tony Ellis, Serena Letitia, Ruby Sivanasiva, Sophie Lawrence, Mania Henare and Shiloh Marlaw will round out their batting order. Uppy, nice to see the Brisbane team over for this tournament. 17 teams at this tournament.
It's amazing, the fact that teams outside of Aotearoa can compete in our competition. It boosts the level of play and it makes it way more exciting.
Definitely does boost things for the players, and we do have a sprinkling of international girls throughout the teams, and in general they are lifting the quality of the competition and also the quality of the pitching, etc., that our own Kiwi girls have to face, which is always going to benefit them as well.
100%. Now, I can't be biased when I do say this, but Brisbane Giants is my Australian club that I played for a wee while, about 6 or 7 years. We won 4 seasons in a row. So I'm really happy and proud to see them come back here. To
High
play
fly
in
ball this
open
time.
toys.
It's McDowell who's getting under it out there.
Great catch.
Shows everybody how to catch a high ball like that with the sun in your eyes.
Mackenzie Bailey McDowell, great catch.
One hand doing the blocking, ladies and gentlemen, and the glove and the eyes are nothing but the ball.
So up we have Kiana Henare. She is the coach's daughter. Kiana had just recently played for the Queensland under-23s team and was named in their overall tournament team amongst other athletes there. So she's definitely up and coming and promising. Whether she takes allegiance to New Zealand or Australia, that is the question to be asked.
Yeah, definitely a very high input into development in Australia at the moment. Of course, the World Cup over there in Brisbane next year, which I will be attending with my daughter. Emily's already asked me to come over and go to it.
Okay. Amazing. That's so cool.
Yes, I can't wait for that one. Shout out to her back in Sydney. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There we go. Nice job out there. Al Spinners for Lanos. She played in that game last night when the rain really did come down and was largely untroubled by the rain in that ball game.
Great
did a
placement
wonderful
on that
job.
outside of that plate. She was going inside throughout that whole time and then changed it up for outside. Got a lot of spin on the ball.
Yeah, she pitches with good power, but she does have great control of her rotation and can hit wonderful spots. And if she gets on top of it, it's very hard to dig herself out of the hole. There we go.
Great
That's
line
one way to do it. Nice drive out to right field. Picked up out there by Samson Loffley. Fires it back into the diamond. Safe at first base for Jessica Road. That'll bring to bat number 28, Tony Ellis. That's the way to get on top of a pitcher, Uppy. Nice hitting.
Hit it up the middle, no one can field it, unless you're really fast.
Tony Ellis it is number 28 coming into bat for Brisbane. They went to back-to-back, the double header for them. They were 3-0 victors in the game prior to this. Waitakere Bears it was they took down in that game.
I missed a couple of games this morning, Gaz. I had mahi.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I'll put it on while I'm driving. And I'm like, no, Uppy, that's a distraction. You'll delay even longer and probably miss my 1 o'clock shift.
There you go.
But we made it, whānau.
I put in a long day on Thursday at the start of the tournament. I started my own job at 2 a.m.
Oh, my Lord.
and got home at 8 o'clock that night after doing 3 games in a row here. So it was a long day.
Yeah, it is.
But never mind, I would much rather swap that for doing softball any day, and it definitely kept me awake for about the next 10 hours.
The things you do for love. There we go.
See what I think?
Great play made by the third base.
There we go, and the third out is taken. Ella's out there that gets the out. 1 innings complete. It is Kaiapoi that leads the ball game by 2-0 over Brisbane Giants. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Sorensen Field here in Fraser Park in the middle of the beautiful Hutt Valley where the sun is shining. Couldn't have said that this time yesterday when the heavens opened and it rained and messed with a few of the games. But never mind, we're back in and we're back on track. And we've got Brisbane Giants taking on Kaiapoi. Brisbane, the visiting team from Australia. Lovely to see them here. Kaiapoi up here from Christchurch. Good representation from teams down in Canterbury. Lovely to see them. But up to bat, number 5, Caitlin Silk. She was in the box in the previous innings when the runner was called out.
Just a little bit of history about the Brisbane Giants Club. It was founded in 2006 by Lionel Tukapua. And since then, the club is building. We started with the women's team, and we had a reserves team, then a men's team, and then it's just grown since then. So the president now is Chris Putaka. Shout out to Chris and the whānau for coming over. Don't see your wife here, though. Kia ora, Shirley, if you're watching.
There we go. There's a lot of connections between that club, by the sounds of it, and Kiwi softball. Obviously, with Seema in the coach's box over there, being a former Black Sock. Back into the action now. Caitlin Sewell going to work out there. She picks the walk. She'll get replaced by number 1, Heaven Sampson Aloffley, the right fielder. Not cool. What?
I didn't want to say anything at that time. I was like, you cannot use this.
Yeah. Mike McDowell. Everyone having a quiet chuckle about that one. Samson Loffley it is. He's in the batter's box now as we get underway with the ball game. Nice strike through the zone. Brodie McNicol. Most of these, all of these Australian girls I'm introducing myself to, as I'm not sure. I haven't seen them. As I say, it's good to see them here, but they seem to be a pretty strong unit. There's a nice bunt. Moves the runner across the 2. Samson Loffley getting the job done. 1 down. She'll be replaced by number 22, Al Spinnus Valanis.
So Bridie Nicol, the pitcher for Giants, her and the other pitcher are both in the Queensland under-23 team. It's great to see them both here playing for Giants. It's a bigger pool to select from in Australia as well. So for them to be in that position is amazing.
Yeah, the talent pool that they have to select is far larger than what New Zealand has. Nice to see Kiwi teams regularly going over there. Saw the Black Sox over there recently in the series against Japan and Australia. And they will only be better off for the experience of playing those world-class teams.
100%.
Nice inside pitch. It's taken back by Valanos to the pitcher, who turns and looks at second base, but that runner had already left the base and is safe at third. So nice job by Kaiapoi to move that runner all the way around to scoring position. 2 down here in the top of the second innings. Honora Hespert are up to bat now for Kaiapoi, number 2. Scoring position for Kaiapoi. Opportunity for them to impact the scoreboard.
As I mentioned before, Gaza, Honora Hess, both of her daughters have been selected in the New Zealand Under-15 White Sox team. And I bet you both those girls are watching. So, hey, g'day to the Bentley girls down in Christchurch. The Hess girls, sorry.
Nice one. They have two daughters in the same team, in the same national squad.
It's quite a common theme here in New Zealand, though, eh, Gaz?
It is. It's family and extended family inevitably pop up. A lot of recognisable names, last names in this tournament as well.
So Mila is the pitcher and her sister Bentley is a pivot player. So she can play shortstop, second base, anywhere in the infield, I reckon.
Valuable to have those kind of utilities in a team.
I can see both of her daughters and her mum right now. Competitive, great hitters. So let's see what Honora can do with the bat today.
Yeah, one thing they breed into them in Canterbury is a high level of competitiveness.
Oh, I know this.
Many teams throughout the country have learned that from Canterbury teams. This one's popped up in front. It's first base that's coming in to catch it. And nice job out there by Tony Ellis. Again, that sun looked like it was being a factor. He made the catch, though. No extra impact on the scoreboard. 2-0 it remains to Kaiapoi as they head into the dugouts. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We come back just in time to see the first out. Here in the bottom of the second innings, a sprawling save out there at second base.
Mackenzie Bailey McDowell been making those plays out at second base. Top outs as well.
Yeah, she's out of the top drawer is Bailey McDowell. She's a high-quality representative player for Canterbury and New Zealand. Makes that play, takes the first out. Serene Letitia was the batter. She's been replaced by Ruby Sivanasiva. She's listed as the DP in the order, comes in the sixth spot.
That was an interesting pitch. I wasn't sure if that was an off-speed, rise, curve, everything.
Might have been a bit of all of them. She definitely does vary her speed. And she also has the ability to pitch at what you might think is her top speed, but occasionally she'll throw one in slightly faster. So
that's her finish pitch, which I've just picked up.
Yeah.
She comes back in with that fiery inside, and if it's a left-handed batter, she'll fire it on the outside.
So it is. It's she definitely has a good variety of pitches.
Ooh. You can't really see it when you're at home watching on the live stream. But Whānau and friends, come down to Fraser Park today. It's a beautiful day. Come check out the talent that we have here at Fraser Park.
Yes, I do believe the adverse weather we experienced earlier as we see a lovely pitch. Uppy, you called it, that inside pitch to finish off the batter. Strikes out Sivanasiva for the second out. She'll be replaced by 44, Sophie Lawrence. who fouls one down the first base line.
Must be tough for the umpires to have so much of a responsibility, not just to call the pitch, but also to be making sure that the pitches are using the right mechanics. I have heard a couple of illegal pitches, and
there has been
just
a
so
couple.
that people are educated. It's lots of things involved, like the pitcher has to make sure that the ball is in her glove, right? Before.
Yeah, there's a 2-second reveal, I think. And
Yeah.
Before they put the ball away. And can go ahead with the pitch just like that.
Oh, great
there's
catch.
a reflex out there by the pitcher to take the third out. And what a way to finish that inning. Spinners Valanis made that rocket back to her look easy. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as a former pitcher, they're not. And that is it for the second innings. 2-0, the score remains. Kaiapoi ahead. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where we have Kaiapoi ahead 2-0 over Brisbane Giants. Here at what's become a beautiful day at Fraser Park. It's warm, sunny, there's a light breeze. Why would you want to be anywhere else? Anyway, Britt Vonk it is that is up to bat for Kaiapoi, the lead-off hitter who started the innings in the first innings with a stand-up triple. So she's obviously seeing the ball pretty well at the moment. Comes in on the left side of the plate. To face Bridie Nicol, young pitcher out of Brisbane. Seems to have pretty good control. Queensland under-23 representative. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's an important game. We're going to go out on a limb here because we haven't had the crossovers and the falls and against and everything's confirmed yet. There's another hard hit. It's going deep. It's going deep. It's gone all the way over the fence. Britt Vonk gets the game. Lights the game up again, this time with a home run. Uppy, that is power.
I'm so glad I'm here to witness this. What a smash.
She just launched that one, and it didn't take long to get out there, and it went a long way out there. Thing is that ball possibly would have landed over the men's distance fence. She hit it that hard. The fences are adjusted for the women's distance, which is slightly closer. And probably the reason why we're seeing a lot of home runs, which is so awesome to see in this tournament from the ladies.
Did you see that they had a Queen's crown for when she came home after the home run?
I saw that yesterday. I wondered what
That's
significance that had to the team. So she hit a home run, she gets to wear the crown.
Yeah, you must own it temporarily until someone else does. I love that.
Good to see. They're obviously a team which plays with great camaraderie and spirit and has been a feature of this whole tournament from all the teams. No matter how much pressure and adverse the situation some of the teams have found themselves in, they've always managed to find the enjoyment factor.
Club Nationals is known to be, you're playing with your mates.
Yeah.
You have an awesome time. There's memories that you make for a lifetime, Gaz.
Yeah, that's right. And for someone who's, myself, I've covered a lot of tournaments now over the last 9 years behind the microphone. The ladies tend to show that emotion a bit clearer than some of the men's teams. The guys, you got a bit of catching up to do on that one. Let's see you enjoy it a bit more. There we go. There's a nice pitch. Righty Nickel finds the outside spot on that plate. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell didn't necessarily agree with that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count. She's popped it out to shortstop, who takes that catch for the first out.
From Maya Foxover. So Maya Foxover, the shortstop for Giants, is currently in the Australian Future Squad, which is the women's squad in Australia. So definitely someone to be watching for the future. Soon I imagine you'll see her in a green and gold uniform.
Well, that is a high aiming point for the Australian girls, given the competition they've got for that jumper. Must be a quality player. My own daughter, Emily Rohihi, who plays in the Manly Warringah competition in Sydney. That club features 4 of the current green and gold players. And probably a few former.
I'd be more scared of the former ones than the current ones, to be honest. Stacey Porter playing in that.
Pointed out. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just had to turn my head away for a minute and cough. That sounds a bit weird. Sorry about that. Unintentional weirdness.
That's okay. It's a bit windy here today, Gaz, and the pollen in the air has been affecting everybody. But we've lost a lot of trees down here. So.
Sure have, from that storm a couple of weeks ago. I think it's opened things up and given us a new perspective on this ground.
I quite like it.
Yes. A few people have said that, actually. So if the City Council's listening, don't replace the old blue fence with something nasty like the old blue fence.
Yeah,
think of something nice.
Put the stands around.
Yes,
like
think of
a
something
grandstand
nice.
up there.
Nice little grandstand would be good.
Will save people getting hurt being close down here.
Yeah.
Not that I'm working for the council, they're just ideas.
The hard-working Hutt Council. One of our own is a part of that. Naomi Shaw. Go and put in a good word for it. Two down here in the top of the third inning. 3-0 it is now to Kaiapoi in this ball game. Stamped their authority early in this one. What I was going to say before about the eventual winner of this game, probably be one of the teams to go to the 5 o'clock game. And that would mean that whoever is the 2 teams are in that game will be the direct entry into the grand final tomorrow. So hard to believe in the third day of competition, we're already starting to think about who may or may not be in the grand final. 3 balls, 1 strike. Narissa McDowell.
But I think based on the wins and losses that happened yesterday, each team was awarded 2.5 points, and once they were all tallied up, it made it really, really hard to make the decisions that we made.
Yeah, I mean, the rules are obviously in place to deal with adverse weather and therefore games that have to be suspended and not played. But it is very tough on those teams that have to miss out if it comes to that sort of a situation and countback. And, of course, we'll never know what might have happened in the games because they were not able to be played because of all that rain we had last night here at Fraser Park, around the whole region. Hard hit
Great
this time.
shot out there to left field. Kiana Hinare making the catch. Manaya Hinare, apologies, whānau. They both look the same.
Nice job by one of the Hinare sisters.
That's Manaya.
And they head back to the dugout. It's 3-0, courtesy of that wonderful automatic home run by Britt Bonk. Find out what happens with more action when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just got a little bit of a correction to make. We've been calling the pitcher Alspinatus Valanus, but that was the information we were given. My apologies out there to you all. It's Caitlin Sill doing the pitching out there. We've managed to pick up on that one, unless they changed jumpers, but no, I'm pretty sure it's Caitlin.
I'm just checking the game lineup. So Caitlin Sill was meant to be the designated player and Ellie meant to be pitching unless they made a last-minute change before the game started.
Yep, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We can only deal with the information that's given to us. We are now updated. It's only taken 3 innings for us to notice. Sorry about that.
It's not our fault. It could be their error.
But there we go. I'm sure somebody was notified because nobody said anything. Caitlin Sill doing a great job out there for Kaiapoi. And yes, she has and is listed in the original paperwork that we received as the DP in the lineup with Spinners Valanus as the pitcher. And there's a strikeout for Sill. She gets Manaya Hinari, it is, who is the batter for Giants. Number 49, Shiloh Marlow, will come into bat now. Yeah. We had all that action going on, and Uppy's just been to confirm for us the change was made in the bottom of the first. For what reason, we're not yet sure. Hopefully not for an injury.
No, because they're both still a part of it.
This time it's hit out to left field. Fields it out there and fires it in. Gets it in the air very fast. Nice shot by Marlowe, though. She gets the Giants going in this one. Safe at first base with one down. They go back to the top of the order. Amaya Foxover it is coming into bat for the Brisbane Giants.
So Shiloh Marlow is a under-18 Queensland representative as well. So a lot of these girls have a lot of...
Oh, nearly a very good execution of the double play there. The lead runner is out. And just to make sure they do tag the Fox over, but no, she had no intention to go to 2. Never showed any intention to go to 2. But you never know.
Back to the top of the order.
Number 23, Kiana Hinari. The other Hinade sister up to bat now with Fox over safe at 1. 2 down. As Marlowe was taken as the lead runner, and a fine little underhanded play to the shortstop by Bailey McDowell. Here we go, down in the zone this time. 3 balls, no strikes. Nice job being done in there by Kiana Hinade, number 23. Picks the walk this time.
The Blues being quite consistent with his calls.
They all have. They've consistently managed to ignore the pleas for a strike. Even though they've awarded the ball on that one. But yes, you have. All the Blues throughout the tournament being very consistent behind home plate. Runners now at 1 and 2 for Giants. And with 2 down, they now have an opportunity to move some runners around the bases. Jessica Road it is who hit one hard into the outfield in her last at bat. Definitely capable of doing the job for this team. Swings the bat very hard.
Off-speed pitch.
Lovely pitch by Sil there. Pulls the strings. She's not a pitcher I've seen a lot of, or at all, pitching in live streams, but there we go. It's picked up.
Oh.
The ball's gone through to the fence.
Well,
One's going to score.
Yep, she's coming.
2's coming in. She slides in.
Safe at home. Kiana Hinade scores the second run for Giants. We have a 2-all ball game, whānau.
2-all, 2 down, and that impact on the scoreboard has happened. 3-2. Sections of the crowd are very happy with that. Jessica Road hit that one very hard. The throw was wayward from third base, and Nora Hesper want that one back.
Being the number 3 hitter in the lineup, I knew something special was coming from her.
Jessica Road out of second base. Tony Ellis it is up to bat now. Nice work by the Queensland team to get themselves back into this competition. 3-2 it is now, nothing in it. We're still only in the third inning. Bottom of 3 it is. That's how quickly things can change. In that case, it was a nice hard hit to third base. He did a great job in scooping it up. Just a little bit of a wayward throw, and all of a sudden, both of those Brisbane players very fast around the diamond. This one's popped into shallow left field. There's a diving attempt for a catch. It's going to score the third run to tie up the ball game.
Stand up, double.
And Ellis it is with that shallow hit into outfield, and it's a wonderful attempt to catch it by Narissa McDowell, as we see on the replay. There it is, pop fly into left field. Comes in, and Narissa McDowell, no eyes but for the catch. It would have been a wonderful catch. Not to be. And Jessica Road it is, who flies around from second base to score the third run and even this ball game up. Blink of an eye, things are back to even between these two teams. Mike McDowell it is who comes out just to calm things down. She's got to break up that rhythm by coming out and having a bit of a conference as well, don't you, Uppy?
Yeah, most definitely. It does wind down the hype a little bit.
Gets the old pulses that might be on full blat at the moment down a little bit.
It gives you a chance to breathe a little bit.
Is a nice pitch. She is putting some good sideways rotation on that curveball.
Heidi Leithart, the umpire, out on the base, says no swing.
No swing. There's a...
Ooh, that's fair. She going to dive? Foul ball. Ah! That was exciting.
Foul ball called by the umpire. Question will be asked, of course, the player may have been in field. I'm going to say it is, regardless of where the player it is where the ball is in relation to the line.
Now I'm looking at the replay, Gaza. From live view of my own eyes, I felt that she did touch the ball while she was inside the line, but we must trust what our Blues see.
There's also the where the ball is in relation to the line, regardless of where the player is, I think is part of that rule as well.
So in my opinion, she banged the ball out while she was in.
So if the ball was still in play when she banged it, then yes, that's fair.
Just tough we don't get that shot on camera. But as we say, Whānau, it is a judgment call, and we accept the calls that are made by our Blues, who give their time for our sport.
Yeah, and of course you can't blame the Queensland coaches for coming and asking the question. They've got to do it. This one through the zone. There's an off-speed pitch as well.
Siren Atiawa. Third base for Giants.
2-2 now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Atiawa, it is into bat.
Hitting in the 5th spot. The Giants have managed to score 3 runs with 2 down.
The old 2-run rally. It happens so often in our sport.
A single right now will score that run.
And just when you think you might be relaxing and sitting back on a lead, we see the hit to shortstop.
Vonk.
Vonk picks it up, fires a bullet across the diamond for the 3rd out. But not before the Brisbane Giants score 3 runs.
Queenslander.
To even it all up. And we'll head to the 4th innings to find out what's going to happen when we come back. There's a pop fly as we get back into this ball game, and it is number 5, Caitlin Sill. Flies out to second base for the 1st out here in the top of the 4th innings. And Uppy, this game just got exciting courtesy of their batting from Brisbane in the last inning.
It really did. We already knew that this game was going to be really contested, knowing we're going must get a win.
Yeah.
So they've worked really hard in the first couple of days to get to this position.
Well, you get to this sort of position in the tournament and you are looking at the teams that are looking at the grand final, and both of which these teams will be thinking, are now trying to position themselves for that favourable seeding, aren't they? In this case, direct access from tonight's semi-final, which I think And as I say, we haven't been privileged to the crossovers yet, but and where they're all positioned. But I think that's what this win will earn, is the right to play that semi-final tonight. It will be the 5 o'clock game, so don't go anywhere. We are in the 1 o'clock game right now. We've got a 3 o'clock game, a 5 o'clock game, and then, if you believe it, we've got a 7 o'clock game.
We're here all night, guys.
I bought my sleeping bag.
Up to bat, we have Hemon Samson Loughley, right fielder.
3 balls, 1 strike on Samson Loughley. It is Queensland Brisbane Giant Bridie Nicol going to work out there to catch us. Sophie Lawrence pulls the strings on that one. Samson Loughley, the base has been left unattended. And a little bit of, she's got wheels, and that's what a little bit of communication is needed. One goes for the ball, one's got to go for the base. What would you think in that situation with both of them trying to field the ball? Whose was it?
It's tough. That's the spot where I aim for a squeeze, a push bunt.
Yeah.
It draws both of them off.
Yes,
and then you get that.
Yep, Samson Loughley did a good job there. I'm sure that's not exactly where she intended to hit it, but it is a great spot to put the doubt in the mind of both of the fielders. It's Al Spinners-Valanis who's come into bat now. She's very good with the bat, hits the ball with power.
Good pitch. But often you'll see clever infielders, they'll have a discussion and to commit to a certain position and say you have everything down there no matter what. It's almost like a squeeze play. Do or die. I've got first base. Great outside pitch, yeah.
Working the outside on Spinners-Valanis. Maybe they've done their due diligence.
Well, she's coming in as a DP. You'd have to not give it up too easy.
Yeah. Certainly showing a bit of respect as well. Nice pitch. That drops underneath the bat. Two and two pitch now it is. One in favour of the pitcher with a runner on one for Kaiapoi. Spinners-Valanis, it is into bat. Fouls that one back and stays in the competition.
Next week, Gaza, the Women's Evergreens tournament will be held down in Nelson.
Blenheim.
Yes.
Can't wait to go down because Beyond the Dugout is covering that one and I will be there, so amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Shout out to my girls, Counties Manukau.
There we go. Valanis it is who gets struck out by Bridie Nicol. Rings one up in the book for herself. Samson Loughley still safe at 1. Nora Hespert is up to bat now. 3-3 here in the ball game. We are now in the top of the 4th innings on what is a beautiful day here at Fraser Park.
Off.
There's the steal, and she was gone quickly.
Great steal.
And now Samson Loughley, she's not the tallest player in the team, but we're close to being one of the quickest. She does show a real good turn of speed.
It's smart sliding, going further away from the infielder to avoid the tag, and hands first. You could sort of see her body swerving a little bit and using the artificial turf as
yeah, they've worked out that it's a good surface to slide on. You know, you are going to get a good distance on it. Speed's going to scrub off, but not fast. And we've actually seen a couple of instances of players going too quickly into the base and sliding past it and being tagged. So you just have to be careful of that. Nice job done by Heaven Samson Loughley. Hess breaches across and fouls that one off. Seen a generous giving of the outside of the plate by the Blues in the tournament, but they've been very consistent with it.
It's just interesting to see what the coach calls here, because we're 3-3, none out, runner on 2. I would have made the better bunt, but that's me, I know. because then you put the runner in a good position to score.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's 3-3. There's 2 out with the runner at.
He's been aggressive, Whānau, and that's what I love too. Let's go.
Yeah, this time it's the looks like the sun's done the thing. The runner's seen nothing but home plate, and she comes around. Samson Loffley shows a clean pair of heels to score the 4th run in the ball game for Kaiapoi and take them back into the lead. And Nora Hesper was who blooped that one into shallow outfield, which is a horrible one for a pitcher. They hate seeing those, but unfortunately they're a fact of life. And when they land in no man's land like that...
It's tough. You're running backwards as a shortstop, and your left field's so far out anyway, you really just got to put the gas on to get back. And it's tough, especially with the sun out.
You think some of that discussion out there, Api, might have been around what to do with Britt Vonk? Bearing in mind that she's lighting up the diamond with her batting.
They could
2 for 2.
Talking about what type of pitches to pitch, set it up for the third and shortstop to make the plays an easier play than over
with
the
2
plate.
down, you'd have been almost tempted to give her first base. Rather than risk another shot over the fence.
Yeah.
There's the steal again. You talk about aggression.
She's quick.
And
Nora Hess plays safe at second base.
The Kaiapoi girls all aggression with their running. And Mike McDowell not afraid to call it in what is a situation with 2 down. Wow, there we go. All aggression on attack.
Her foot definitely got in there before the tag. From here, my shot looked like she was gone.
Yeah. No,
but
when you look at it,
out there.
yeah, that's right. The umpires, they're on the spot.
That's a nice pitch.
Yeah, we go, and Vonk has a go at the outside pitch this time and gets struck out for the 3rd out. But not before Kaiapoi score a run in that innings to go back ahead. 4 runs to 3, and we've got ourselves a ball game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you can be forgiven for thinking the game's ambling along. And then all of a sudden we have action. And it is beginning to hot up here on Diamond 1 at Fraser Park between Kaiapoi and the Brisbane Giants. And the Kaiapoi Queens it is, who have gone back in the lead by 4 runs to 3. Courtesy of the hit just over the head of shortstop that enabled Heaven Samson Loffley to scamper around for 2 from 2. And Uppy, we talked about it off air, the sun at Fraser Park, and we're talking about it about this time of the day every day starts to be a factor for the fielders out there.
It's definitely hard, and I can see a lot of the girls are wearing sunnies out there. Softball's a sport, you need to be wearing them. But not only that, you can use your glove to block the sun, but it can be really tough, especially when it's right smack bam in your eyes.
Well, we did see an example with Bailey McDowell earlier in the game where she used her free hand to block the sun while she looked straight up at a fly ball coming down at her and made and made the catch. So that is a textbook on how to do it.
Yeah. Depending on what angle you're on,
Yep.
I believe you use your glove hand to block the sun so that when it drops, you can get your throwing arm ready to make the throw if you needed to. Foul ball.
Foul ball, nice and close that one was to being in. Fair play.
We have Ruby Sivanasiva up to bat.
Ruby, the daughter of Brisbane Broncos legend Pedro Sivanasiva. Looks to me to possess similar power to her dad.
Most definitely.
Gets struck out on this occasion, however, as Caitlin Sill is doing a good job out there for her team.
There was her comeback pinch. Back on that inside. She really likes that as a finish.
Under a lot of pressure she was after the third inning where Queensland launched their own comeback in the ball game to the tune of 3 runs. This time takes the gas off it. Up and high and out of the zone. Sophie Lawrence, number 44, the batter for Queensland. Queensland, I keep saying Queensland. Brisbane.
At least you're not saying New South Wales.
Why wouldn't I say New South Wales? I mean, my daughter made the Manly Warringah rep team to go to the New South Wales trials, so I would have been wearing blue if she'd have made it.
Great line
There we go.
drive.
Hit one straight up the middle. This time it is Lawrence.
That was Hinadi.
NRD it was. Sophie Lawrence being the previous out. Nice work.
Mania possesses a lot of speed. Her and her sister are very quick. We'll see what happens here.
Just in the way she kept her eyes right on that pitch. Pitch, eyes, ball all met the same spot at the same time and produces a hit straight up the centre. 2 down in the innings. They're looking for a 2-out rally. They're only 1 down, so nothing in the ball game. There's the pop fly, and there's exactly what you said, Uppy, with the glove up in the sun. And in terms of textbook, it doesn't get any better than Mackenzie Bailey McDowell, who takes the 3rd out. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the dugout at Kaiapoi, leading the ball game by 1 run. Find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Yeah, they do. But I think the break is taken above 32. Yeah, I know. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're sorry we're the music controller. There she is right there. Put the camera on her.
Were you pointing at me?
Yeah. Way to go, music controller. Well, we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. The umpire was gesturing at anyone who looked like they were a music controller.
It's because the song was a New Zealand hit.
Yeah. A New Zealand
But
classic.
Asia,
However, sanity has prevailed and we're back with the ball game. Kaiapoi taking on the Brisbane Giants here at Fraser Park.
We have Mackenzie Bailey McDowell up to bat. She's had a splendour of a game, Gazza.
Yes, she is. She's having a great game so far. All business, all work, and at a high level for Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. One thread of zone there is a nice pitch. And I'm going to say, Uppy, young Bridie Nickel, she seems to actually be getting better as the game goes on.
Yeah, I see that as well. Her confidence is building, you know. She doesn't know any of these hitters. In fact, probably none of them do. They've only probably done a bit of research since the tournament has started.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the same pitch. Unlucky on that one.
Unlucky on that one, but like all good pitches.
Mackenzie's like, what was that?
Yeah, she's managed to smile and shake it off, and for the second time, Mackenzie Bailey McDowell's worked herself into a 3-2 count, taking the pitcher deep.
Great
That's
battle.
a nice pitch. Inside half of the plate, there's a drop ball that gets by Bailey McDowell this time for a strikeout.
She's got great movement.
Yeah, that drop ball's quite heavy.
Yeah. I'm actually quite glad I'm sitting here. I haven't done any practice for my evergreens next week, and I'm like, maybe I need to.
Lindsay Thomas, it is up to bat. Number 32 for Kaiapoi. Kaiapoi ahead by 1 run. 4-3 it is over the Giants from Brisbane. Swings hard at that pitch. You're not getting that part of my zone, says Lindsay Thomas.
She looks like a serious hitter.
Yes, she does. And she's another one in this lineup capable of launching over the fence, as we saw yesterday, when she put one over the fence right beside the green rubbish bin out there. Thomas is again, who shakes off an inside pitch. And that's gone all the way to the car park. So I hope you guys, whoever you are here, haven't got your car parked out there. Oh, yeah.
Especially with no fences there. I parked mine all the way down that way.
Oh, the only the fence would have done with that one is stopped us from hearing the windscreen baking.
You can hear the bat smack on her back when she's swinging. Remember
I don't know
players
that's right.
that used to do that.
Yeah, I've seen a few over the years, and Lindsay's another one with her practice swing, comes around and slaps her right on the back.
The next ex-PK White Sox player, Nicole Stevenson, she's very tall and she'd warm up like that. All you would hear would be her bat smashing her back, bang, 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 and I'm like, whoa. You could tell that she was going to be hitting bombs in the game.
Yeah. No, I've never been one to want to do that with my practice swings. I was loath to even pick up 2 bats and swing like the guys do. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Shah Powaka, also a White Sox legend. She also used to hit her back with her follow-through of the bat as well. And she was
nice hit. This one's gone out to shortstop. It's beaten shortstop
nice
all the way out. It's gone all the way to the fence. And a misfield out there at centre field. And that means Thomas comes into third base, standing up. And all the way around to third base. Lindsay Thomas, with 1 down, now gives Kaiapoi an opportunity to impact the scoreboard. That was hit hard.
That was a hard hit.
That should have been taken, however, we'll call that an error in the outfield, but that definitely a hit to Lindsay Thomas. There we go, just goes to show what she's capable of with the bat. And if she keeps batting with that quality, she can smack it on her back as often as she wants.
As I said, she looks like a serious hitter.
Yeah. Narissa McDowell, it is up to bat now.
And the two women I mentioned previously, Nicole and Shah, they were home run hitters. Shah won so many club nationals with the Christchurch United Club. I believe they won maybe 3 or 4 club nationals in a row.
Wow, there we go. Prior to the amalgamation with Parklands.
Aye.
So a little wee while ago now.
Currently, Shah and her husband are.
There we go. There's the bunts drop by McDowell. It's a squeeze play. The out's taken at home.
At home. Thomas is out. There's been a lot of conversation regarding obstructions at the plate. It's tough. The catcher has to get the ball. The runner has to touch the base.
Here's the replay here, ladies and gentlemen. The umpire's got to judge whether or not the definitely straddling the line, whether or not the catcher is impeding the runner. Can't impede the runner coming home. So that is a call the umpire has to make. Initially, she wasn't on the line until the throw to her was made, is what I saw. There we go there. Now she goes and straddles the line there.
Well, there was no real collision. To me, after the tag, she sort of fell. It's a bit different if bodies are making contact at the plate.
Yeah. This time it's hit hard out to left field. And Marissa McDowell, she moves to 1. Lindsay Thomas is the second out. Midiana Mark here. It is who hit that fine shot out to left field. So runners at 1 and 2. It's amazing how things like that happen 1 pitch later, and that run would have scored unimpeded. Caitlin Sillett is up to bat now, number 5. In a lineup that does bat pretty much, well, not pretty much, all the way to the bottom. 1 to 9, can hit the ball. That one's heading up and into the net for a foul.
It's good to see Midiana Markia playing out there for Kaiapoi. She just had a pepe not too long ago, so it's amazing to see her come back to play competitively. She is an ex-White Sox representative, and I'm sure she will don the black and white again. Family full of talent.
Yeah, definitely. Both the Marquette girls here at the tournament, Marama as well, playing for Saints here in the Hutt Valley. Here we go. This time it is Caitlin Sill. Into bat now for Kaiapoi. Definitely gave their best effort at scoring a run there with Lindsay Thomas being tagged out at home plate on that hit and run play. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Caitlin Sill. And this ball game has become a little bit of a battle between these two teams. This one's launched high. It's going straight down to a fielder out there, Manoia Henare, who takes the third out. No change in the scoreboard after all that action. It remains 4-3. Kaiapoi over Brisbane Giants. We'll be back with more action in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. This ball game has become quite the battle between these two teams. Brisbane Giants from Australia taking on the Kaiapoi Queens from Christchurch. And it is Kaiapoi who have edged into the lead ever so slightly by 4-3. We saw them go out to the lead by 3 runs, 3-0 it was, until in the third inning, Queensland launched their comeback to the tune of 3 runs. They evened up the ball game briefly, but Kaiapoi now defending a slim 1-run lead. Caitlin Still's thrown a great game out there. Could have been forgiven for getting a head down in that third inning when the Australian team launched their comeback. But Uppy, it's two fairly even teams going at it out there.
Yeah, this game is still undecided. It's very close. Every batter is actually coming out ready to swing.
Yeah, it's something that Chris Stephenson and myself have spoken about at length, and that is the regular sound of carbon fibre on leather as the ball goes sailing out towards the fence. There's been a feature of all the teams that have played at this tournament. The batting level is quite high. 1 ball, 2 strikes it is.
The Giants are back up at the top of the order. Amaya Fox over.
I was just trying to look at her number and see who we had in the batter's box. Fox over it is.
This is the girl that I mentioned and said she was in the Australian women's future squad.
Yep, she's also the one that got them going.
Oh, she's got wheels.
And there's a fine pick-up by Vonk to take the out. She has a cannon, does the shortstop for Kaiapoi, and she needed it as Fox over was very quick.
She's had a lot of action out there, Vonk, in this game.
Yes, not only that, but she's 2 for 3 with the bat, including an automatic home run. Kiana Hanade, the other Hanade sister it is this time, up to bat. Also featured in that comeback in the previous inning, in the third inning, sorry. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning now, this ball game getting along. Caitlin Silvers, who keeps doing the job out there for Kaiapoi, keeping this batting lineup, we'll say, relatively quiet. Neither batting lineup is able to be held down for long. There's a nice job by Sil. She set her up for that pitch. KC it was in the end. 2 down. The dangerous, she's become dangerous as I've seen her in the last 2 games now, Jessica Road. And this girl scored the double RBIs that got them back into the ball game in the third innings.
They did it with 2 down as well. So, ooh,
yeah, this one's launched out to left field. And Narissa McDowell's too experienced to let the sun interfere with her as she takes the catch and gets the third out for the 5th innings. That is 5 complete. We'll head to the top of the 6th with Kaiapoi leading by 1 run, 4-3 over Brisbane Giants. Aussie. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Got caught out talking there as we see a fine hit straight up the middle. This time it's Heaven Sampson-Loffley who's beginning to have quite a game out there for Kaiapoi. She gets replaced in the batter's box by our spinners Valanis. But we saw Sampson-Loffley ended up on after a hit, but went all the way around the diamond to score in the fourth innings. We're now in the top of the sixth innings, and there she is out on first base again.
Attempted bunt in the first pitch.
Yeah, a little bit more of what you might call regulation softball there. Runner on one, looking to move the runner.
Foul ball.
There's another one of those ones. Ball was over the line, even though it bounced inside the line initially. Foul ball called.
Those pretty shoes. Those are LeBron James basketball shoes that the hitter is wearing. But I believe because she's the pitcher, she's not allowed to wear metals while she's hitting. Is that correct, guess?
That is correct. Although she's actually not pitching, but yeah.
She probably didn't bring any.
You're still right, though. Here we go. LeBron James boots. Probably very comfortable to wear.
They are. I do have a pair, but not in that colour.
You're right. The pitcher is allowed, the only one allowed on the artificial turf to wear metal cleats. And if they bat, they are required to change those shoes. We saw that to Papanui's cost on day one, where the pitcher was in the batting lineup, forgot to change her shoes.
She's off. And
was ejected from the game. There's Sampson-Loffley doing what she does very well, stealing second base. This time a wayward throw means that it's fairly straightforward. Safe at two. Spinners Valanis still in the batter's box, but job done. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bridie Nicol being taken deep into account here. And there's a lovely pitch. Spinners Valanis had to use all the tricks there to get a bit of the bat on that one. Stays in the battle.
Nichols seems to be keeping great composure considering, this game's been quite neck and neck the whole way through.
Yeah. This time Valanis turns on it. It's going out. And there's a fine effort by third base to try and catch it. But not able to be done by Serena Leticia. And Spinners Valanis stays in there. The tall figure of one of Kaiapoi's pitching staff, who they will be looking to, should they go deeper in this tournament. And there we go. That took a brave batter to stay off that pitch.
That's a great turn at bat. It was off the plate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but the outside pitches have been a graveyard for several of the batters throughout the day. Spinners Valanis stays off that one and earns the walk.
Yeah, that's really good discipline hitting. Considering she had a runner on 2, she had been hitting pretty well throughout the whole game. She'd actually showed some really good calm and composure there.
Now, danger signals now in the top of the 6th innings for Giants as Kaiapoi have runners at 1 and 2 with none down. And Nora Hespers comes in the 9 spot, but then you're going to go back to the top of the order. And the top of the order has produced the runs for Kaiapoi. So Giants need desperate for an out. There we go. I suspect that was a hit and run play right there as well. This time it's a high fly ball into the outfield.
Same
The runner's
spot.
tagging up. She's going to go now.
Same spot where she hit it in the last turn at bat.
There's that graveyard for fielders out there. It just lands in no man's land in shallow outfield.
Okay, hold up. We have an infield fly. It has been called by the umpire. The runner on first base is out.
That's an interesting one to me.
Same.
How deep is deep? I know outside the diamond can still be called.
But maybe because of the outline of the outfield from artificial to the grass, where she's made her decision, maybe?
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it. But it was roughly on the edges of there. Let's look at the replay.
It landed on the grass. There's definitely no doubt about that. How deep it was. And it's a judgment call, though, as well.
Yeah.
It's already been called.
Oh.
That's several metres out there. It had already been called by Heidi Leithart very early in the piece. She had the arm up straight away. That's the job of the Blues. And they know they're not going to make friends with some of their calls. That's why I don't envy them the job they've got to do.
Brings up Mackenzie Bailey-McDowell.
So that is the batter that's out on that play.
Loaded bases.
With Vonk being deliberately put on base. Runners at 1 and 2 for Kaiapoi. I almost missed that. Britt Vonk put out at 2. But there we see Bailey McDowell. Now, the pitch was on the outside, but I'm pretty sure she's deliberately looking to take that to right field.
That's where you want to hit it to with loaded bases. It's a furthest play to make all the way home. Try and get an out. Or try to defend a run from coming through.
Very hard to stop Kaiapoi in this situation with one down. Runners at 1 and 2. A pitch off the plate on the outside. Sophie Lawrence, it is doing the catching for Giants. Seem to be a pretty effective battery, the two of them together. This time takes the pace off one. That's a nice pitch. Similar to the pitch that got Bailey McDowell in the previous innings. She got struck out. Two and two the call. Exciting stage of this ball game. At this stage of the game up here in South, they do cross home plate. It could be a decisive move for Brisbane. They definitely need an out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It was a full count when Bailey McDowell got struck out, but that pitch on the outside of the plate had to be close. Everybody but the ump seemed to think it wasn't ball 4. Loaded bags it was, so that's going to score the runner I just talked about. And take the score out to 5-3. And Mackenzie Bailey McDowell did a wonderful job there to pick that.
It's tough on the pitcher. 2 pitches prior to the last one. It was close. Doing a good job, this kid.
Still only 1 down. We've come all the way back to Lindsay Thomas, who put one out to the fence.
Shout out to all the Brisbane Giants supporters back home in Australia watching. So good to see the club come over to Aotearoa to take part in the 2026 Women's Open Club Nationals.
There we go. Thomas launches one into the stratosphere, goes foul. She just will not give Bridie Nicol anything on the inside as far as the possibility of a strike. It's just not going past her bat. It'll go foul, but it does not go past the bat. Probably some of the reason why she's forcing the pitcher to come to the zone or just outside. Right there. This one's gone high. There's only one out. The runner at three's tensed and waiting, and she's off and running. The ball comes in now. There's another run, scores.
Great sacrifice play by Thomas, scoring that run, putting Kaiapoi ahead by 2 runs. Score is now 5-3 to Kaiapoi Queens.
5-3 it is. And it is still danger for Queensland as there's runners still out there at 2 and 3. And it is Narissa McDowell up to bat now. And Kaiapoi really putting the acid on the Giants here. There will be acid on them to reply as we will be heading into the bottom of the 6th. This game has been so tightly fought that a break like this could be decisive. 3 runs now ahead. But Queensland have done it once already. As again we see the batter looking to go to right field.
Bridie is thrown an outside off-speed curve. All you need to really do is just place the bat on it and let the ball do the job and go down that line.
Yeah, I mean, in the situation, right field's the way to go, but she's also setting them up for it with the pitch, which they are now used to seeing. This time she goes right field again. It's deep out there. It's landed in foul territory.
Catcher calls time out to have a chat with her pitcher.
Yeah, it's been an interesting scenario. Bridie Nicol's thrown a good game, but there might have been the temptation to replace her. Maybe at the end of the previous innings, but that's the coach's job to think of or tactically come up with that decision. As we're seeing the Kaiapoi batters just starting to edge in their favour in terms of getting used to her speed and her locations. Perhaps the catcher just did too good a job of trying to frame that one. She very quickly brought it back into the strike zone. And Narissa McDowell now taking Bridie Nicol. Once again, the discipline. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We've seen quite a few full count pitches being offered up now to various of the Kaiapoi batters.
That pitch.
And this time it's Leithart who awards the swing to the pitcher. Says, yes, she did go. Strike out. And that is the 3rd out in the innings. But not before it is Kaiapoi who leap ahead in this ball game by 6-3 over Brisbane. We'll find out what Brisbane can do in reply when we head to the bottom of the 6th in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, just discussing the swing or not swing off air there and got caught out a little bit. But reliably informed a little while back by umpire Wirumi Tamaki that it is a presentation of the barrel of the bat to the ball is what the umpires look at. There we go, just in case you wanted an official version. Tony Ellis, number 28 for Brisbane, up to bat now. And it is a 3-run deficit that Brisbane are going to have to deal with. Ellis, Letizia, and Sivanasiva, the 3 batters up next. And this ball game has had a little bit of everything, even a little bit of controversy.
Oh, you always have controversy in every game, Gazza.
Yep.
That's what softball's about.
Sometimes it boils over on the diamond and sometimes it doesn't. But people, when I say people, I mean coaches especially, are always questioning. And why not? That's what they need to be doing.
And we've been been involved for a long time, Gazza, and we still have to ask questions,
Yeah, absolutely.
Rules are forever changing for the betterment of the game, but I feel that often we need more education around the little things, like catchers blocking at the home plate, what is considered safe and what is considered dangerous, so that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure they do have. Don't know. Do they have conferences with the umpires before tournaments commence?
Nice catch
wonderful,
by Mediana Marquia in centre field.
Wonderful piece of fielding out there by Mediana Marquia as she makes up an acre of ground to get underneath that one. Yeah, you see it on the replay. She's already in motion. But, I mean, if she's ran 30 metres to catch that is astounding.
And does a pop-up slide while catching it. I think what we could do, as a softball community is there's been a lot of videos online at the moment regarding players running home and catches, what have you, is to actually get some experts and do a voiceover and talk about how is it considered obstruction and the images that we see, using some of the games as an example.
It's interesting, many years ago as coaches we were invited to a question and answer evening with a couple of well-known umpires. One of them was Gavin Shepherd, I remember. And where they were completely open about any concerns and things that coaches had around the Blues and why decisions that they make and why they're made. And it was very eye-opening, I must say. And the education we got was excellent. And maybe that sort of a roadshow might be worthwhile having again, because it might be time for it, because things have changed a little bit since then.
But I did see Softball New Zealand release some of the WBSC changing of rules. And one of those rules was about leaving the base early. I only just retired, Gaz. Come on.
I played my last game about 8 years ago.
I'd love to leave the base early.
About 8 years ago, at the age of 52. And I regretted starting that game for about the next month. Right, there we go. We are 2 down now, and it was a great strikeout by the Caitlin Sill, doing a great job out there on the hill for Kaiapoi. And since they scored those 3 runs, she hasn't looked back. In fact, like a lot of the pitchers in this tournament, she's actually getting stronger and better as you get towards the end of the game.
She's in that zone. You can see it in her eyes.
Yep. Ruby Sivanasiva will be up next. Is up now, sorry. There we go. She's hit one softly into the dirt. She's shown a good turn of speed, but she can't beat Nora Hesp. Taking the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 6th innings. We're going to head to the top of 7. It is Kaiapoi with a 3-run lead. and it is now Brisbane with it all against them. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, up and ready to run this time. Giants it is, who are looking to keep Kaiapoi scoreless here in the 7th innings. It's all on for love or money. And it is Mediana Marquez looking to get things going for Kaiapoi again. I'm sure any runs, if they do get any, and I know Brisbane will be trying desperately to stop them from doing it, as we see it's Zali Summers out there pitching for, we talked about a pitching change. Well, it's finally come in the 7th inning. And Zali pitched the last game, pitched very well in that win that they had over Waitakere Bears. So she's had a good rest. She's only going to come out and do 1 innings of work. Brodie Nickel did a great job while she was in there, but she couldn't quite stem the flow in the end to the tune of 6 runs by the Kaiapoi Queens. Zali Summers it is, who's been asked to come out and do the final inning for Brisbane Giants. 3 runs a big ask in this quality of game, Uppy. They're going to have to get Kaiapoi out of here without impacting the scoreboard, aren't they?
Most definitely. Each one of these girls can hit. We've got Mediana Marquez out to bat. Great lead-off hitter. It's going to be a real tough job keeping them off those base paths.
2 balls, 2 strikes. It usually takes a little while for batters to get used to the speed and line that the new pitcher pitches. Mediana Marquez hits that one straight to first base to become the first out in the 7th innings. Caitlin Sill it is who will be up to bat. Caitlin, of course, comes in the hitting lineup, but she's done a wonderful job for her team out on the hill. Coming in at the last minute as a replacement for Spinis Valanis, who was scheduled at least on the team list to be the pitcher.
Must have been a quick change unless they must have had it in.
Unless they tactically were looking at surprising Brisbane. Does happen. The DP can be elevated into the lineup.
To be fair, Caitlin is having an amazing game. You don't often see pitchers come in to hit, and I always love it when I see a pitcher hitting, because it tells me their coach is fully confident that they're capable of hitting, running, doing the whole thing.
You know, and it is. Often it's a thing, especially as they get higher and higher in representative softball, pitchers tend to give up hitting. And I've always thought of it as too much of a fun part of the sport to not do, you know?
Yeah, and you'll find most of the pitchers are the best hitters.
No, they should know the strike zone, that's for sure. Pitchers and catchers. This time it's a moonshot. It's going out over third base. She's done a wonderful job out there in the end to get that
Great
one.
Great catch by the third base.
Serene Letizia, I think she was surprised she caught it. It was right above her head. But in the end, no problem for her. There we go. Bit of a wobbly old catch.
Third time lucky she managed to catch that one. That's good.
We'll call that a one out of the text box. It's under the label wobbly old catch. But that's going to bring to bat number 1, Heaven Sampson Loughley. And she's having a wonderful game, a quietly wonderful game, actually. She's going very well in this ball game.
This girl's a bit of a sharpshooter. She's had a great cracker of a game as well.
Yeah. This time she's hit one straight back to the pitcher.
Ooh,
and just like
sort of
that,
jarred her hands a little bit in that turn it back.
Exactly as we said that Queensland will be wanting. We'll find out what Kaiapoi can do when we come back in just a minute.
Back in the bottom of the seventh, Gaz. Giants need to score a couple of runs to stay in it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Number 44, Sophie Lawrence it is. Hits one out for down the first base line and gets Queensland. There we go, I said it again.
That's
You did it to me when...
That is okay.
Brisbane Giants off and running here in the seventh innings. The bottom of the seventh it is. Manaia Hinardi up to bat. Number 2. As she sees that first pitch go through too far on the inside to be called a strike. That's a good idea. Hinardi it is, comes in. So it's a lovely change-up as we look at the runner. Fire the ball ahead of her to keep her back on first base.
That looked like a missed signal to me.
Yep, there's a little bit of mirth going on out there at the moment. A little bit of laughter. What happened there? Perhaps the signal for the runner was for a steal. She kind of almost got caught in no man's land right there. Hinardi it is who in the batter's box. Steering back at still. She drops the bunt. Is off and running. It's a nice job by Hinardi to get the runner moving. I'm going to say that's a nice job to get that runner over, Uppy, but in order to score 3 runs, they're going to have to preserve outs as well.
They are coming up to the top of their lineup, though, so maybe that gamble will pay off soon.
Shiloh Marlaw is actually having a pretty good game out there. She has struck out once, but she did hit in her last turn at bat. And she's launched this one up into the sun. The fielders are getting underneath it. And in the end, it is Narissa McDowell who looks untroubled in taking it. Britt Vonk it was, who possibly didn't hear Narissa saying, mine.
It's been quite tidy out there this afternoon, Narissa.
That whole left side for them has been very tidy, given that that sun is becoming more and more bothersome to them out there. Both teams.
Narissa doesn't even have her glasses on her eyes.
Yeah, sitting up there proudly on her hat. This time it's launched up into the air at centre field, and it is Mediana Mark here who takes the out of the third out in the innings. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 batters, the game is over, and it is Kaiapoi who go to that 5 o'clock semi-final. Brisbane Giants at the win over them, and it is 6-3. Uppy, how did you see that game?
This was an amazing game, Gaz. Our first game to commentate this weekend, and what a start. What a start to the semis.
Absolutely, and I'll put you a little bit on the spot. Give us a Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting Player of the Day.
My broadcast for Beyond the Dugout, player of the day would be Caitlin Sill, the pitcher for Kaiapoi Queens.
She did a wonderful job for her team, and it is Kaiapoi that roll on in this tournament by 6-3 over the Brisbane Giants. We've got more action coming to you from Beyond the Dugout, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back, but for this one, myself, Gary Rohihi, Apirera Stone, and the rest of the team, we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll see you back here in about half an hour.
Ka kite whānau.